Hello everyone, welcome to another video. So this is going to be the first of the Dungeons and Dragons videos that I said I was going to try to do. By all accounts, these aren't the easiest videos to make interesting, so I'm going to do the best I can. We'll see how it goes after a few weeks. If you guys are enjoying it, I'll keep doing them. If not, I'll try and look at a different format, stuff like that. But it is one of the games I've been playing recently, so I want to do some content on it. So jumping right in, much as my character did. I'm playing an Eldritch Knight. I started off at level 3 because the campaign was already underway, and I'm playing Marcus. I'm the son of the King and Queen, fourth son, I think, of the King and Queen of Nairon. So it's set in kind of like an alternate Greyhawk universe. I'm basically using the same map, but not all of the existing stuff is there. So my character was journeying around as a fourth son, not really that critical to the royal line. You know, I've got brothers who are going to become kings, so that's fine. I'm just doing my thing. I'm being trained to become basically commander of the armies, that type of thing. And I've been traveling around the area, doing basic political stuff, a little bit of studying. And that's where I picked up training to start become an Eldritch Knight. And then I was recalled back from there because there'd been trouble with the Empire of Urs. So I'll switch it up to a map. I think it's probably an easier way to do it. So Nairon, where are we? This isn't going to work, is it? I've done this wrong. Oh, yeah, there it is. It's fine. I was a bit worried then. So I'm from down here. Yay for Nairon. So I was journeying around, got called back. The Empire of Urs are obviously filled with evil people. It's up here. And they've started consorting with warlocks and horrible people. You know, just generally bad stuff that requires some heroic intervention. And basically they launched a big attack up here. So battle lines have been drawn somewhere along here, I think it was, something like that. Definitely doesn't look like a penis. We're okay so far. And the all of the good nations. So here, these guys down here, we've been asked to go to Ogberg in the Theocracy of the Pale for a big meeting to try and convince everyone that this is a threat of like global proportions, and we need to do something about it and combine forces. So I was journeying this way when I got captured, and luckily the band of adventurers who are the rest of the party managed to free me. Falrissa was one of my companions who was a dark elf, also training to be an Eldritch Knight with like sharing knowledge and other things, apparently. So she went missing, but we continued our journey, got ambushed a couple of times along the way, but finally made it to Ogberg this week, and that's where we pick up the story proper. So it was actually a really good session. Daniel, the DM, did really well. It was a nice change not to just be you're ambushed now, so hack and slash your way out of it. Doing a little bit of actual role playing and trying to get more into the character, stuff like that. But we catch up at the gates with Falrissa. She's already got there and was overheard bellowing at the guards to try and get them to go and mount a rescue for me. But luckily, I was already there safe, so we went to the meeting. We made it with 2 days to spare, so I had time to recover from many grievous wounds that we suffered on the way. It was a pretty brutal journey, fighting ogres and demon monsters and hobgoblins and lots of nasty things on the way. But it was good fun, got there, and then we had the big meeting, and it was like the Elrond's court scene, all of that kind of stuff. I had to try and sway the people one way or the other, and just generally trying to do stuff in character. And it's one of the things I wanted to talk about, so bring it back to me now. It's that kind of trouble you have when you're in the group and you're trying to do it in character, but then are people talking out of character? And that's one of the things I wanted to look at on this episode of Player Journal, and trying to get that balance right. And one of the things that we mentioned is that you have a light or something in the middle of the table where you turn it on for in-character time and off for out-of-character. But when you're running around hacking and slashing and doing a dungeon crawl session, it's not really that important. But when you're trying to do the actual role-playing side of it, it can be a bit jarring, trying to keep track of what you know, what your character knows, what your opinions are, what your character's opinions should be. And I found that interesting part of the dynamic of the group. There's a lot of seemed more used to doing the hack and slash stuff and just talking out of character. This is what I want my character to do. Whereas I was quite prepared to speak as my character, and that was relatively entertaining, I suppose. Different for different people. But in the end, we got there. We had our big meeting with the... I've forgot his actual name now. We were referring to him as the Grand Pulpiness of Pale. And he kind of moved us on in our quest. We've got to discover these 9 items of power before the Empire of Urs can destroy them all and make the mortal realm a demon world type thing. So generally bad news for everybody. But we convinced all of the these lower nations to join in. I've lost my mouse again now. Make it bigger. It should stand out for me. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Yeah, so Nairon's on board. One of the other characters is from here. We've got a few different people. So between the group, we managed to convince the vast majority that supporting this endeavour was the right idea. I'm trying to draw up battle lines of where we want to hold next. I think we ended up somewhere along here. I think it was something like that. Was where we want to try and hold. So this is all of the contested area at the moment. So this is where we're going to try and hold. So obviously we've got to have the armies of Ride and like the last alliance again. Thinking Fellowship of a Ring type thing. I've seen it at the start when you've got the Alliance of Elves and Men. But we've kind of got that going on to hold these bad guys in place. Unfortunately, obviously, them being all necromancers, we don't want to lose too many people, so trying to do all of that. Whilst this is going on, we have been tasked to go to Shadowfell, I think it is, somewhere down here. I think it was down here somewhere. So we left Ogberg, and basically we're going to be making our journey down here, catch a boat, sail down here, and then continue on. One of the people we're hunting is also down this way as well. And then the rest of our NPCs we're going to send out to try and gather information and stuff like that. So a pretty interesting, I suppose, from a player's perspective side of it. But it was good fun. Definitely looking forward to next week, seeing how we develop it. Obviously, we had bits of one-on-one sessions with the DM, and obviously everyone was told different things, and it's how sharing we're going to be with that knowledge and stuff like that. So whilst we're working together at the moment, the party doesn't really trust each other that much, which again is another interesting take on it. And it's funny watching the players as well, trying to have that balance between wanting to win because they're trying to play meta, and then wanting to stay in character as well because it's fun. So it's going to be an interesting take on it. But yeah, there we go. That's about it. 10-minute video. I'll probably try and have a main talking point in these videos, except this one was the trying to stay in character compared to out of character conversations and how you guys tackle that kind of stuff. So give me your feedback on that. If you've got any good ideas on how you stay in character and how you differentiate between discussions in and out of character, that'll be awesome. And I'll see you on the next one.